Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Vanek is an asset manager, which is absolutely massive. At the time I'm recording this, they have roughly $76.4 billion worth of assets under management. You know what they did? They just pushed out a recommendation to investment advisors, specifically having to do with XRP legal clarity, resulting from the SEC v. Ripple case and what it means for coins trading on the secondary market. So, folks, I probably don't need to say this, but I'm going to at the outset of the video just in case. What we've been saying since XRP got its legal clarity July 13th could not be of more substantial importance, even though it didn't result in XRP hitting a new all-time high and all that jazz, and some people were hoping we're fine. Over the long haul, the implications for this, for XRP being the only large cap coin on the entire planet that has legal clarity in the United States, it is hard to overstate the importance of this. As money pours in and more people recognize this, including investment advisors, which are increasingly jumping into crypto, expect this to dramatically favor the price action of XRP. That's what I personally believe. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And so here's the headline from the Crypto Basic. Vanek advises RIAs on token security, citing XRP victory in Ripple v. SEC case. Vanek advises RIAs on handling token security, citing the case, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. In a recent publication, the prominent U.S. asset manager Vanek offered insights to registered investment advisors, or RIAs for short, for short. Words are hard for Moon Lambo. I'm just going to start that whole sentence over. In a recent publication, the prominent U.S. asset manager Vanek offered insights to registered investment advisors, RIAs, regarding the regulatory status of tokens within the crypto market, particularly citing the SEC v. Ripple case. Okay, and so at this point, they share a post from a well-known and respected XRP community member who goes by the name Wrath of Kahneman on social media platform X. And he wrote the following: Sea change, as in SEA change. The global investment manager Vanek is advising registered investment advisors that tokens are not securities if purchased in blind bid transactions like XRP in the Ripple v. SEC case. And folks, this is a gigantic firm, but it's just one of many, and this message is going to continue to get out there. And think about this, by the way, I'll just mention this once real quick because I don't want to go too much into the ETF talk in this video, but just consider, it was pointed out recently by Anthony Scaramucci of, what's the firm's name? Skybridge Capital, I believe. Massive firm also. And he was predicting that once there's a spot Bitcoin ETF, that particular product is going to get pushed out by over 100,000 investment advisors on Wall Street specifically. And so you just think about everything working in conjunction. If people get excited about, being able to purchase a spot Bitcoin ETF because the SEC approves that, and then getting into other crypto, which is the only large cap coin on the planet that has regulatory clarity, well, that would be XRP. Not even Bitcoin has that. I mean, even if there's an SEC spot Bitcoin ETF, maybe you could say at that point it technically does that. It gets the nod from the SEC, I guess. But then the question is, did the SEC technically approve that or state that Bitcoin is safe, it's got legal clarity, or did they say that the ETF does? And so it's probably just be the ETF. And so maybe it'll be the case that the SEC never acknowledges individual coins. That's what seems most probable, that's why it's been so disgusting they haven't had the legal clarity, though. But what I'm saying is all of this in conjunction, I mean, my God, let's be real. This is fantastic. Vanek is doing this, and in theory, it's great for every altcoin on the planet. But the truth is, this is most beneficial for XRP, because not only were the specifics surrounding secondary market transactions cited here, the blind bid-ask transactions specifically, but Judge Torres went out of her way and stated specifically that, of course, XRP, the cryptocurrency itself, is not a security. And I'm paraphrasing, but she literally went out of her way to specifically cite that, of course, XRP itself is not. It's not the asset itself. But that wasn't done for the other 20,000 plus cryptocurrencies on the planet, which is why this is of great consequence. And so he shared that, and then somebody in the community named Jimbo responded to Wrath of Kahneman and wrote, haven't they missed the important point that there also has to be a lack of direct promotion by the issuer as to any collective gains? And so Jimbo is correct about that, but that has to do with specific transactions because any asset can end up being part of a scheme that is an illegal securities transaction. So the answer is yes, like it does. But here's how Wrath of Kahneman responded. He said, I imagine that the clientele of most RIAs is only buying from exchanges, so it's reasonable. Yeah, and so the point that he's making, it's complementary to what I just stated. It's that, if you're an investment advisor and, you're trying to get your customers some exposure here to the crypto asset class, well, if these coins are being purchased on exchanges, then you're covered. That's the point. Even if there's a separate entity that's promoting in such a way that they're illegal, certain transactions are illegal, okay, but that wouldn't impact them. So it's a great question by Jimbo, but that's the reason that it doesn't ultimately matter. So it's fantastic. This is real life for us, folks. I also wanted to highlight this. From the Crypto Basic, can Ripple burn all 41.9 billion XRP in escrow? This is always a fun topic of conversation. The XRP community speculates on Ripple potentially burning its 41.9 billion XRP in escrow amid XRP's 7-day losses. XRP remains trapped in a bearish trend over the past few days, with its cumulative 7-day performance nearing double-digit losses. I'll just pause to note, XRP's following Bitcoin. There we go. I'll just leave it at that, but that's what's happening here. So you can talk specifically about XRP, okay, but just wanted to note why this is happening. Piece continues. Amid the unsavory performance, XRP community members have unearthed speculative discussions around factors that could bolster the price of XRP. Most recently, the community speculated on the possibility of Ripple all the XRP tokens under escrow. In recent tweets, some XRP enthusiasts circulated posts along the line, rumors circulating that Ripple could burn the entire escrow of 50 billion XRP. And then right here, it is worth noting that, clarifying that Ripple's XRP in escrow is less than 42 billion XRP, as the Crypto Basic reported. And that is true. It's less than that, and then they just have a certain amount and it was just still a pretty large amount that is not an escrow that Ripple just holds. But here is a post from XRP Whale. Breaking. Rumor circulating that Ripple could burn the entire escrow of 50 billion XRP. This could trigger a huge price surge. I got some thoughts on this. I don't know where this rumor is coming from. I find it highly improbable. In theory, yes, Ripple could burn some XRP. Brad Garlinghouse has stated this. He said something along the lines of it's favorable either for Ripple and or the XRP ecosystem or something to that effect. They could, but he didn't say that they would. He just technically didn't rule it out. So, and that was years ago from Brad Garlinghouse. But consider this. Ripple has investors. You can buy shares of Ripple, the company, if you are an accredited investor. So it's not most people, but if you're accredited, you can. Just consider, though, also that although the value, the on-paper price of XRP that Ripple holds, whatever that is, the tens of billions of dollars, I understand on paper the XRP is worth that much. But and to some degree it is factored into Ripple's price, but not the totality of it. And by the way, I'll just keep this brief. But the reason that the price of XRP is on paper is higher than what the value of Ripple the company is because there's an understanding that if Ripple were to sell this, it would just tank the price of XRP if they could. Even if they could, now a lot of it's in escrow, so they couldn't immediately. But even if they could, what's the true notional value of XRP? Well, if you're going to tank the price, you could never realize what the on-paper price is for XRP. So that's why the market or the market cap for Ripple itself is much lower. So then consider this though. Again, like I said a second ago, Ripple has investors. So the XRP they hold is still an important part of the worth of the company. And investors buy understanding that an important actual portion of the value of Ripple the company comes from their holdings of XRP. The investors know this, right? What do you think the investors would do? How would they respond if Ripple burnt all of the XRP in their escrow? Do you think the investors would like that, or do you think they'd sue the ever-loving hell out of Ripple? I think they'd sue the ever-loving hell out of Ripple. That's what I think they'd do. So no, I don't think that's happening. And if for any reason some small amount is ever burnt, then okay, maybe. I still think that would be a hard pitch to investors. I don't know what the pitch would be. I don't know how you don't get sued into oblivion. So no, I don't think it's likely that we're going to see this. And then as far as this idea that it would trigger a huge price surge, says who? I'm not convinced of that. I mean, here's the only way it would. In the short term, based on news, because it's unexpected, so it's not something that's built into price, because nobody's actually buying XRP based on this stupid ass rumor. It's not. It's bogus. So if it were true and that news hit, people could get excited because it's exciting news, and maybe price goes up, but then it probably just retraces, nothing consequential. And why? Because it's not like half of the XRP in existence that's available just went away. I mean, the XRP in existence went away, but half of the XRP that's available for purchase, did that go away? No, it didn't. The amount of XRP that's available for purchase on exchanges would not change at all. Other than, like I just cited, if some people change their behaviors based on what is perceived as excited news and they make these emotional decisions, but it's not as though you cut the available supply of XRP in half. Outside of what I just cited there, the emotional response, outside of that, literally nothing changes. Nothing whatsoever. The same supply and demand dynamics would persist on every exchange the world over. So no, that would not trigger a huge response. The only thing that could happen is if you get the emotional response, maybe it goes up for a bit, probably goes back down because it's the same people playing around with the same quantity of XRP as they always were. That's it. So I think there's a lot of misunderstanding around that as well. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.